So what exactly comprises of a paleo diet?
Diet doesn't matter.
You found this magical power, can choose what they... No, I know. I feel you. I'm surprised I didn't eat like this all my life.
My insides vibrate.
Trust me, I know what you mean.
Okay.
On today's episode of Mumma Approved, we're joined by the incredible Shaana Levy-Bahl. This story of this woman is not just about courage, but it's also about healing. Shana was once chasing her dream of being on stage, but then she was diagnosed with an autoimmune and she had to take a step back. Living with the fear of sudden attacks and also being told that there was no cure made her actually travel the world to find healers and doctors to cure herself. Somewhere along the way, she found the most powerful tool, food. So with a lot of courage, patience, and resilience, and a deep sense of self-belief, she weaned herself off her medication and she started healing herself with the food that she ate. Today, her superpower is to create recipes which not only nourish her body, but are also healing. And it also busts the myth that healthy food does not have to be not yummy. Shana is a mother to two wonderful boys who inspire her to live each day with compassion, courage, and creativity. Hi, I'm Sneha Javeri, your fellow mommy friend and the host of Mumma Approved, a podcast where I ask all your questions to the best people in the business. Hi, Shana. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. This is going to be an amazing episode. I can feel it.
Thank you for having me.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm so happy you agreed to do this. And I feel like a lot of people need to know your story because it is so inspiring.
No, thank you.
And I also feel like I resonate on so many levels with your shift in food and how food heals you. And I think that a lot of us need to hear this.
Well, thank you. Well, you look amazing.
Thank
so
you.
It's working.
Thank you. So my first question is, and I'm sure a lot of people ask you this question, the kind of resilience that you had to show in your life to be who you are today, be well every single day of your life. Where did this resilience come from? Was there a force behind you? Or was it just inherent or something that you were born with or something that you cultivated?
A great question. I think resilience is something you're not born with.
Yes.
I think resilience is like a muscle.
Yeah.
And it's something that it's not a personality trait. It's really a muscle that you have to work on daily. And it's in the moments that you don't get applause for. It's in everyday choices. And I think that's how you build resilience. And sometimes you're thrown into a situation where you have to sink or swim.
Yeah.
When I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, I was just 19.
Yeah.
I was 19 years old and I was not resilient.
Yes.
When I got diagnosed and I got told as a college student I could no longer drink alcohol and I had to be put onto steroids and I had to take medicine for my whole life because we don't really know how to cure an autoimmune disease.
Right.
I was bitter. I was angry. I figured this was just going to be my life now.
Yeah.
And it took me time to, I think knowledge is power and that helps build resilience. And I had a warrior of a mother who I think she just was devastated, obviously. I think becoming moms now, we can understand when our kids get sick, it's like...
It's the worst, yeah.
And she scoured the earth to find every healer, practitioner, Ayurveda, Chinese medicine, I mean, hypnotherapist, you name it.
Yeah.
And she found someone for me. And of course, there were a lot of quacks along the way.
Of course.
But what ended up happening was I got a tribe of people that were in my corner, helping me, giving me hope, giving me tools.
Yeah.
And that is how, over time, I then began learning more and was able to get off my medication. And I am who I am today because of that journey. And that resilience was built along the way.
And a large part of this giving up the medication and all of that was food related.
Yes, very much food
Because you
related.
give a lot of credit to the food journey that kind of, something clicked. You found this magical power and, the food. So if you want to elaborate on how exactly did you figure out that this is what's working?
Yeah, it wasn't as easy as it seems because when I got diagnosed, the doctors told me, diet doesn't matter.
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah.
Huh?
When I say the doctors, I mean the
Yeah,
gastroenterologists.
yeah.
The one in Switzerland was like, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
And so, of course, and then I went to another one in New York, and he was like, well, you can try. Some people say it helps if you're gluten-free and dairy-free. So that was my kind of intro.
Yeah.
And then I was gluten-free and dairy-free for a while, and I don't know if that really helped or it was the beginning.
Right.
And then with my tribe and people and my curiosity, I started reading a bunch of books. And there were, I would say, 3 books that really then started this journey. One was The Autoimmune Solution by Amy Myers.
Okay.
Clean Gut by Dr. Junger.
Okay.
And Eat Right for Your Type. And it was kind of then the Venn diagram of these 3 that made me realize, okay, it's not just gluten-free and dairy-free. I'm going to do this. So I did the 21-day clean program at Dr. Junger's, and that kind of just reset my system. And I feel like that was a real turning point. I can vividly remember that moment somewhere in my mid-20s. And I started eating paleo. And it was because it aligned, the autoimmune diet aligned with my blood type diet, aligned with what Dr. Junger was saying. And then I kind of was like, oh my God, the synergy seems that there's something here.
Yeah.
And I realized that the diet wasn't going to cure me, but what it was going to make me do is lower inflammation, help my body heal faster, and allow for me to have longer periods of time where I was not active, when I didn't have any symptoms. And then so that when I did have a flare, I was better prepared. I was stronger. I was bounced back quicker.
Yeah.
And so I've never looked back since. I follow a paleo diet, and I don't even really like calling it a diet. It's now just a lifestyle. I don't miss things anymore. I don't miss grains. I mean, I say grain. I eat some grains, but I don't miss gluten. I don't miss dairy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel good, even when I do sometimes have it by mistake or at a scenario where you don't want to be that person.
Yeah. Trust me, I know what you mean.
It doesn't make me feel good anymore. But I don't know if it's for everybody, but I can tell you for me, it's been life-changing.
So what exactly comprises of a paleo diet? Because I don't think very many of us know the difference when you say it's not just dairy-free, it's not just gluten-free. What exactly does it comprise of?
So the paleo diet, it was kind of at around, I think it was around 1985, people started talking about it. But basically what it is, if I simplify it, if your grandma, great-great-great-great-grandma couldn't identify the food, it's not paleo. So it kind of goes back to the Paleolithic era. And so we were hunters and gatherers.
Yeah.
So lean meats, fish, seafood, nuts, fruits, veg, seeds are all part of the good fats. Are all paleo.
Okay.
And what you basically are asked to eliminate is processed food, refined sugar, seed oils, gluten, grains, dairy, and legumes. And if you're being really strict, nightshade vegetables as well.
Oh, okay. And are you that strict?
So what I've kind of now figured out over the years is if I have a flare-up and my stomach is not good, I become very strict.
Okay.
And then I don't even become paleo. I follow the autoimmune protocol diet.
Right.
Which then eliminates the nuts and everything, which is much more digestion orientated.
Yeah.
But on a normal day-to-day life, like I'll eat a tomato.
Yeah.
But now I know what part of the tomato may cause inflammation or gut issues, and that's the seeds and the skin.
Right.
And there's an amazing book called Plant Paradox, which kind of discusses like these little details, which is super interesting if you ever want to read it.
Yeah, of course.
And so what I'll do if I make a chicken curry at home, I just take the skin and the seeds out of the tomatoes. So I adapt. I'm not like, strict.
Only
super
when
strict.
you need to be.
Only when I need to be.
Right. But I feel it's so interesting because your page and your recipes are so different. They are so different because you've managed to, of course, out of adversity comes, the
Necessity
best.
is the mother of invention.
Absolutely. And your recipes, I've been following you for a very long time, and I find your recipes so different from what people are posting, of course, because this is how you're eating. So you're passionate about even the dessert you're making and even the food that you're eating.
Yeah.
And I want to know how you ideate these recipes because they're not simple. They're doable, but they're not simple. So of course it requires the shoot, the ideation, I can tell how much work is going into that.
Thank you. So I'm not the girl who can eat steamed vegetables and grilled fish.
Absolutely.
That's not me.
Yeah.
I need taste.
Yeah.
I need my dark chocolate. I love cookies, and I used to love pasta and pizza and bread. I'm half Swiss, I'm grown up in cheese and bread haven. I realized very quickly that if I were to be happy and not hangry and a good human being and pleasant wife and mother, I needed to still enjoy and savor my food because I think food is something that is so, meals bring us together. There's laughter, there's joy, there's that sharing of food I think it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah.
And so the recipes really come from that desire to eat well and to have tasty food.
Yeah.
And I think also, figuring out ways that I think I love that like scientific little Sherlock Holmes way of being like, ooh, if I switch this with this, can I still eat like a chocolate bar?
Yeah.
But it's like good for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that's where it kind of comes from. So like some of my favorite recipes on my page are, a simple chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
But it's got almond flour and coconut oil and like dark chocolate and some flax seeds hidden in there. And like suddenly your every bite is nourishing.
Yeah.
And so I want my every bite to nourish me, to fuel me, and to make me happy.
Right. And do your kids eat the same kind of diet or they pick and choose what they... No, I know. I feel you.
This is where I'm going to become like a child and stomp around. No,
Yeah.
I mean... I grew up not having restrictions with my diet.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of childhood. And I think
but when I see my older one eat, I want to cry.
Oh, no. My insides vibrate. Like I have mini panic attacks every so often.
Too. And I have panic attacks. I have rage, temper issues. I have every issue that I should not be having because I know this is a part of it. I know like we kind of stumbled upon it much later in life. You in your 20s because... you needed to get well.
Yeah.
And me, because I was just finding something that worked for my body. And after I started eating clean, I don't eat paleo clean, but I eat cleaner than most people.
That's amazing.
And I feel like I've never felt this energetic, this good, this young. I don't know how. Uninflamed.
Yeah.
When you like compare to your older version, you're just like, I'm surprised I didn't eat like this all my life.
Yeah. So my husband saw a picture of me. I think I was like, I don't know, early 20s, and he's like, "Who ate Shaana?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Excuse me." He's like, "What happened to you? Your like lips are this big, your cheeks are this big."
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. And I'm not saying thin. I'm just saying a fit, healthy
Strong.
version, strong, fit, healthy version that can like literally power through life without getting tired. That's me today. That was not me in my 20s, you know? So when I look at her eat, I'm just like, you have no idea what you're doing to yourself. But I know this is a part of it.
Yeah. So my kids, you know, I think I controlled what my kids ate militantly for the first 2 years of their life.
And then it just goes out of the window.
And then they go to school.
Yeah.
And then they realize, "Oh, mommy's not been giving me the chocolate that's light in color.
Exactly.
Mommy's not been giving me that bright colored packet food.
God.
And you don't want them to feel deprived, and you don't want them to have an issue with food.
And
right?
then we reached a point where she was lying to me about what she was eating because she was like, Mama's going to be very upset with me. And I was just like, oh, this is another problem.
I know. So this is it. My older son as well is like a sugar fiend, and he wants a sweet drink. He wants a sweet after dinner, and I have to literally. I've told him. I said, listen, sugar's bad for our teeth. Sugar makes us slow. Sugar makes us not run so fast. Like I try and make him understand that it's not good for him.
Yeah.
And it's a treat. So we have to have a small amount.
Yeah.
And then obviously with him at home, I'll bake. So together we bake cookies and muffins and then that's all with my ingredients.
Yeah.
And he still gets a kick out of that because they taste so good.
Right.
So with me, he will have my healthy treats and he loves them.
Yeah.
But then outside I can't.
We can't. We can't because I literally felt like I can't have her lie to me.
Exactly.
And then she was just like, you never give me Threpton biscuits. Like you're baking my cookies at home. They're really nice. But I mean, what about that? And I'm just like, Threpton is healthy. My friend said it's very healthy. And I'm just like,
I know.
oh God, I don't know what to do. So I've picked my evil and I'm just like, okay, we're not going to lie. You can have some of it, but you're going to tell me what you eat.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get as mad as you. I'm going to try to not get mad at you. I mean, I'm not God, so I'm going to try. But yeah, we have to make so many because when you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't eat gluten altogether. If you can process it, you should not really be resistant to anything in life.
Yeah, you don't want to make your body also so fragile.
Yeah.
I am aware of that because you know, sometimes when I'm out at a restaurant and there is something in it that I don't eat regularly, you know, I come home, I'm bloated, I'm puffy, my lips are like literally like I've just had this.
Because you have a condition. So,
yeah, but I also think I've made myself a little bit overly sensitive.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, the flip side. Listen, I don't think any of these things, when you eliminate so much, I think balance is key.
Is the key.
I think moderation is key. I think being able to, I think if you are a perfectly healthy person, that once a week you should eat some gluten and some dairy and have fun and, you know, not worry about it. And let your body also be able to process that. And let your body also not react like, what is this? And then it goes into some like bloating and diarrhea and God knows what. So I think there is... I think there is two sides to it, and that's what I battle with a lot with my kids. So with when it comes to gluten, do I give them normal pasta at home? No. I give them a millet pasta or a quinoa pasta or a rice pasta. But when we're at a restaurant, they eat
the regular
pasta, and they're fine. And I want them to enjoy both, and I want them to like both. And you know, wherever I can, I sneak vegetables. I always have some soup on their plate.
Oh yeah, me too.
And you know, they'll resist and they'll cry and whatever. And I make it a game at the end. I'm like, all right, how old are you? You're 6? 6 bites of superfood for every year you've been there. And we like, you know, try. And then if you do this, then you can have a date after, or you can have a piece of dark chocolate. And so he figures that, okay, I need to nourish my body and understanding what each of these things do. So protein. Protein makes us grow. Protein makes us strong. It's the building blocks. Carbs give us energy. And I think the more we educate our kids, then hopefully we're arming them with things that they can make the right choices later.
Yeah, I agree. I think they just need to know. They need to see. And I think also it's when we eat a certain way, eventually they're going to know.
They're watching.
I mean, they're watching. I mean, if you're going to, like, you know, not bother and eat a bag of chips in front of them and say, oh, you should not eat processed food. And it's just like, hello, excuse me.
I eat dark chocolate every day of my life.
Exactly.
So when they see me go into the fridge, they're like, I want mommy's chocolate. And I'm like, okay, I got and then I give them a piece of my, you know, vegan dark chocolate.
Yeah. No, so I agree with you. I think balance is extremely important. But if somebody vegetarian wanted to follow a paleo diet, what would they do? It's tough, right?
I would say that if you are a vegetarian, you should not follow a paleo diet. Or you need to definitely consult a nutritionist because there are too many things that I think we need. So like, for example, I get my fiber and carbohydrates from root vegetables.
Right.
So I eat a lot of sweet potatoes and pumpkins and carrots and turnips and parsnips and celeriac. But if you are, I don't think a vegetarian can eliminate legumes.
Yeah, it's very tough.
You know, source of protein is so important. I think eating protein shakes as your protein is, you know, once a day is okay, but it can't be it's also processed food, right?
Exactly.
So I think you need to balance it, and calcium and your, you know, vitamins. So it's a harder,
it's tricky.
It's a harder one.
Yeah.
But I would say to the kind of basic overriding information about paleo, they could, you know, not have the processed food, not have the refined sugar. They can, you know, again, look at different diets and understand how to make sure that grains and legumes can be easily digested and not cause inflammation. So like, so when I eat rice, I soak it for 24 hours or overnight. It takes out a lot of the starch. It takes out a lot of the naughty metals that unfortunately are hiding in it. That's nothing wrong with the rice. It's our groundwater.
Exactly.
And same with legumes. Soak them overnight.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're already it's easier for our body to digest it.
Right.
So I think you can be smart about it.
Yeah.
And you can be dairy free.
Yeah.
I think a vegetarian and still, you know, or pick your cheeses in a smart way. Which ones have a lot of protein?
Right.
The non-processed ones, like our great grandmothers didn't have cheese that looked like string or like perfectly round, but you know, you get a beautiful block of
fresh cheddar
or, you know, fresh cheese that. Yeah. So using those same concepts of processed food, I think is, and also eating in season.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we've lost along the way as well.
And this is also very inherent to what Indians do in general, right?
Exactly. I think we're very carb heavy.
Yeah.
But, you know, instead of a chapati made with atta, make a singare ka atta chapati.
Yeah.
Make a juar ka atta in a nachni and switch it up and
millets,
figure out what works for you. You know, for a few days, try one grain and see, is it causing me inflammation? Am I feeling bloated?
Yeah.
Am I gassy? Try a grain-free, a cassava roti or an almond flour and see how you react to that.
Yeah.
And then so you can make the swaps. Like you can definitely be gluten-free and vegetarian.
I think people I think it's when you don't eat like this, you don't figure what the switches are.
Yeah, the swaps are so important.
Yeah. Like I remember when I just started eating clean, I couldn't understand, oh my God, like how do I eat a pizza? And now it's like a no-brainer. Yeah. I mean, it's everybody in the house knows, the people in the kitchen know, everybody knows.
How do you make your pizza?
I do a moong dal, like literally it's a moong dal fat roti.
Like a chilla?
No yeast. Not even a chilla, it's like a proper roti, which is like done on the tawa.
Yeah.
And then it's put like a little bit of coconut oil and it's put in the oven and it's made crispy. And then I put the, you know, the sauce and everything. So it's already crispy. So I'm literally zipping it in the oven for the cheese to melt. And that's about it. Like,
amazing.
You know? So
amazing,
yeah. So, I mean, I'm just, you know, and if you don't want to eat the cheese, you can swap it with tofu and mustard.
Yeah.
I mean, it tastes so yummy. I mean, of course, then it's not an Italian pizza, but it's
But you can even get vegan cheese at if you want. If
and
you really
now,
need.
actually, everything is available.
Everything is available, which is great.
Yeah. So even for the kids, we make sure that we don't do like a processed Britannia or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, of course, in school and when they go out, they're going to have it.
Yeah.
But at home, at least I want to ensure that they're eating.
Yeah.
Good
You can get
stuff.
beautiful mozzarella
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Like a buffalo mozzarella.
Yeah. But I think this eating in season is so important. And just generally, I think it's also very, it becomes inherent to who you are. I mean, you just know that, no, this doesn't seem right.
Well,
this doesn't look right.
Yeah. No, and we're lucky that in India we have such a variety of fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
And seasonal fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
So I think you really can eat much more seasonally. And there's a reason why nature has certain vegetables and fruits at certain times, depending on the weather. And
Yeah.
it helps us and to kind of like go back to that in a way.
So what are 3 pantry staples that Shana's kitchen can't do without?
I always have homemade milks in
Okay.
my fridge. So I always have like a nut milk, almond, cashew, macadamia nut, one of them. And I always have a coconut milk.
Okay.
And a basic chia pudding that's made from those milks.
Yeah.
That then everyone adds their
Their toppings too.
toppings too. So I have a basic that, like my husband every night has a big bowl of chia pudding.
Oh, really?
And then I always have like a singare ka atta or cassava roti at home.
Yeah.
As the staples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are the oils that you like to cook with?
I love cooking with. I actually love ghee. I
Yeah.
think ghee is great.
Yeah.
And a really good source of fat.
But you're dairy free.
But ghee is dairy free. It's lactose free. It's clarified butter. So
So you're okay to eat ghee?
So I'm okay to eat
Oh,
ghee.
nice. Okay.
Coconut oil,
Okay.
avocado oil, olive oil. Those are sesame oil. Those are my my go-to. And sometimes if for the kids I need I do a healthy rice bran oil.
A rice bran oil.
Yeah.
Nice.
But those are my go-to.
Nice. Thank you so much for this.
No,
This
thank
was
you.
absolutely amazing, extremely inspiring,
I'm so happy.
and extremely informative, I have to say.
Thank
and
you.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
if you need any recipes, you know where to come.
Yes. And if you're not following Shana already, you need to follow her because this is going to change your life.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Of course. Anytime.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode. This was an amazing, amazing sit down. If there are any questions about paleo or about this episode that we had today, please feel free to ask us in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more such content.